Sometimes you notice your body feels heavy, even when you haven't done anything particularly exhausting. You wake up with a sore back. By the afternoon, you're dragging, and at night, you toss and turn, barely able to sleep. Little things keep popping up too. Your stomach acting up, a bit of skin trouble, and the scale creeping up. You might think, is it just getting older, or am I just too tired from life? But actually, there's a quiet, smoldering fire inside you, slowly affecting how you feel. It doesn't make you hurt suddenly, and it doesn't explode overnight, but it subtly changes your energy, your metabolism, and even how easy it is to keep your weight in check. This smoldering fire often hangs out with fat. Fat isn't just storage. It sends signals and talks to different parts of your body, nudging your metabolism, blood sugar, blood pressure, even your mood without you really noticing. You might not feel it at first, but it's there, and it's more influential than most people realize. So let's take a closer look at what's happening inside, why some people tend to gain weight faster, almost like it spills over, what fat is really doing under the surface, and how it quietly affects your body in ways you can and can't see. It might sound ordinary, but once you get it, you'll see that almost every little change in your body has a reason. And the good news? There are ways to slowly calm it down and make life feel a bit easier. The heavier you get, the more your body feels like it's quietly smoldering inside. It's subtle. You don't see it. You don't feel a sharp pain, and it doesn't announce itself. But it's there, influencing almost everything in your body. Fat, especially the kind around your belly, isn't just soft padding. It's active. It releases chemicals, talks to your organs, nudges your metabolism, and even messes a bit with your hormones. And the more of it you have, the louder the signal. Think of it like a small ember in a fireplace. You can't see the smoke from across the room. It's not hot enough to burn your hand, but it never goes out. It keeps smoldering. Your body reacts to that smoldering fire. Metabolism slows a little, energy dips, recovery from exercise takes longer. Even your appetite and cravings can get slightly out of whack. That's why heavier people often feel sluggish without understanding why. After meals, they're tired. Afternoons feel like hitting a wall. Motivation is hard to come by. It's not laziness. It's just your body quietly saying, I'm under a bit of stress here. Hold on to what you've got. And it doesn't stop there. The fat sends signals that trigger low-level inflammation throughout the body. This subtle, constant inflammation quietly strains your immune system, your blood vessels, even your brain. You won't notice it day to day, but over months and years, it accumulates and affects everything: energy, mood, digestion, sleep. The more fat you carry, the more embers there are. It's a cycle. More fat equals more inflammation, equals slower metabolism, equals easier to gain even more fat. That's why sometimes it feels like no matter how careful you are, the weight keeps creeping up. And because it's invisible, it's easy to blame yourself. You might think you're not disciplined enough or that you're doing something wrong. But it's not about willpower, it's biology. Every extra pound is another ember quietly burning. Your body is constantly reacting to them, adjusting metabolism, appetite, and energy levels. That's why the heavier you are, the more your body smolders idea isn't just a metaphor, it's real. Once you understand this, a lot of things start to make sense. Why energy dips so easily, why progress in weight management can feel slow, why small changes in diet or activity sometimes don't seem to do much. This is the foundation for everything else we'll talk about in this chapter: how fat can spill over, the chemicals it produces, how it affects your heart and metabolism, and why reducing it is so powerful for your health. The key is noticing it, understanding it, and learning how to calm that smoldering fire. Because once the ember cools a bit, the body stops resisting, energy improves, and small, consistent changes start to actually work. So here's something most people don't realize. Some people just seem to gain weight faster, almost like it's spilling over, no matter what they eat or how much they move. It's not just about willpower or eating too much. It's deeper than that. Fat, especially the kind around the belly, isn't just sitting there quietly. It's active. It sends signals to your body all the time. Some of these signals tell your metabolism to slow down. Some tell your appetite to spike at the wrong moments. Some make the body hold on to even more fat than it already has. It's like your fat cells are hoarding energy, not because they're being greedy, but because your body thinks it needs a safety net. And the bigger the fat cells get, the more signals they send. The more signals, the more the body reacts, and the cycle continues. Imagine it like a dam that slowly overflows. A little pressure builds up. The dam tries to hold it back. Eventually, it spills over. That's what happens with fat in some people. The body starts storing energy even when it doesn't really need to. Calories aren't the only factor here. Hormones, stress, sleep, inflammation, all of it nudges fat storage. And once that cycle starts, it's easy for the body to keep gaining, even if nothing drastic changes in your lifestyle. This is also why some people feel frustrated. They eat normally, exercise a little, but the weight still creeps up. It feels unfair. It feels uncontrollable. But it's not luck or laziness. It's your body reacting to its internal environment. Inflammation, fat signals, and stress all push the system to store more. It's a survival mechanism in disguise. The tricky part is that this overflow happens slowly. You don't notice it day to day, but over months and years, it accumulates. Suddenly, you wake up one day and realize, wow, I didn't even eat that much, but I've put on a lot of weight. Once you understand this, it changes how you see your body. It's not a battle of willpower. It's not a failure. It's just a system that has been quietly holding on for a long time. The good news? When you start reducing that internal stress, lowering inflammation, and giving your body the right signals, the overflow starts to slow down. The body stops hoarding, and then all the small, consistent steps you take, moving a little more, eating a little better, actually begin to work. So this part isn't about blaming yourself. It's about noticing the hidden forces that make fat accumulate and learning how to gently calm the system so it stops spilling over. Here's where it gets interesting. Fat isn't just extra padding or something that makes clothes tight. It's actually alive in a way, and it communicates with the rest of your body. When fat grows too much, it starts producing chemicals. Some of them are totally fine, but some of them, not so much. These chemicals are like little messengers that tell your body, hey, something's off here, and the body responds. It goes into a low-level inflammatory mode. Nothing dramatic, nothing that screams pain, but that subtle inflammation quietly affects your metabolism, your blood vessels, even your hormones. Think of it like smoke rising from that small ember we talked about before. You don't see it, you don't feel it immediately, but it's there, lingering in the background. Over time, the body reacts to that smoke. Energy dips, cravings get confusing, Sleep and mood can get a bit off. And the bigger the fat, the louder the chemical messages. Your immune system senses them. Your organs sense them. Even your brain picks up on these signals. It's like your body is constantly on alert, just a notch below full alarm. Some of these chemicals can affect insulin and blood sugar. Others affect how your liver or heart works. Some even nudge your appetite or make it harder for your muscles to use energy efficiently. It's not that your body is broken, it's just responding to the signals fat is sending. This is why chronic low-level inflammation often goes unnoticed for years. You feel a little tired, a little off, but nothing screams emergency. Yet underneath, your system is quietly simmering. And that simmering makes it easier to gain fat, harder to lose it, and slowly pushes the body towards some of the issues we'll talk about later, like high blood sugar and blood pressure. Understanding this changes the way you look at fat entirely. It's not just weight you carry on the outside, it's an active force shaping your internal environment. And that's why the hotbed description isn't exaggerated. Fat literally fuels this background fire. The good news? This isn't hopeless. You can influence it by improving sleep, moving your body, managing stress, and making small changes in your diet. You can reduce the signals fat sends out. The embers calm down, the smoke clears a bit, and your body stops reacting as aggressively. Once the inflammation cools, the system becomes more balanced. Energy stabilizes. Appetite signals start making sense again. Even small steps, like a daily walk or a few anti-inflammatory foods, actually start to have an effect. So the takeaway here is simple. Fat isn't just passive. It talks. It influences your body in ways you can't see day by day. But it also listens. And if you give it the right signals, that quiet smoldering starts to fade. Now, let's talk about something a lot of people know by name, but don't always connect to fat. The 3 highs: high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. These 3 often show up quietly, especially if you carry extra fat, and they don't just appear out of nowhere. They're deeply connected to that low-level inflammation we just talked about. Take blood sugar, for example. When fat produces those chemical signals, it can interfere with how your body uses insulin, the hormone that helps manage sugar in your blood. Sugar can start floating around longer than it should, and that's what we call high blood sugar. You might feel a little more tired after meals, crave snacks, or notice your energy is inconsistent. Nothing dramatic at first, but over time it strains your body. Then there's blood pressure. Extra fat, especially around your belly, affects your blood vessels and heart. The vessels get a little stiffer, the heart has to pump a bit harder, and slowly blood pressure creeps up. It's sneaky. You might feel fine, but your cardiovascular system is quietly working overtime. And cholesterol, or blood fat, is the third one. Fat isn't just sitting there in your body, it's also circulating in your bloodstream. When fat is excessive and inflamed, it can change the types of cholesterol in your blood, increasing the bad kinds that can clog arteries. Over time, this sets the stage for heart problems, stroke, and other complications. The tricky part? All 3 of these, blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol, can feed back into each other. High blood sugar can worsen cholesterol. Inflammation from fat can make blood pressure worse. They all amplify the background smoldering we talked about earlier. But here's the thing, you don't have to panic. These 3 highs aren't a death sentence. They're signals, like warning lights on a dashboard. They tell you, hey, your body is under stress, let's fix the system. And the fix isn't some miracle pill, it's slowing down the inflammation, gently balancing your metabolism and letting your body respond normally again. Even small changes, walking, better sleep, reducing refined sugar, eating anti-inflammatory foods, can help turn those numbers around over time. The key takeaway here is that fat isn't just sitting on your belly, it's actively changing your blood chemistry, your vessels, and your heart. The three highs are really the body whispering, "Something's off." Listen early, act gently, and you can prevent them from turning into serious problems. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Fat doesn't always stay where you want it. Some of it ends up in places it shouldn't, inside your organs, around your heart, even in your liver. This is what doctors call ectopic fat, but think of it as fat that sneaks into VIP areas it wasn't invited to. Now, why does that matter? Because when fat shows up in these spots, it starts causing problems quietly. Around your heart, it can make the organ work harder. Around your liver, it can interfere with how your body processes sugar and fat. Even small amounts of ectopic fat can stir inflammation, making blood vessels less flexible and your heart pump less efficiently. It's not like you feel a sudden pain. You might not notice anything at all at first, but over time, this extra fat acts like a silent weight on your cardiovascular system. It can slowly raise blood pressure, affect cholesterol levels, and increase the risk of heart disease. One reason it's sneaky is that this fat behaves differently from normal subcutaneous fat, the kind you can pinch. Ectopic fat releases more inflammatory chemicals, and it's in direct contact with critical organs. That's why it's particularly dangerous. It's inflaming the areas that keep your body running smoothly. Think of it like this. If fat in the belly is a small ember, ectopic fat is a spark landing right on the wiring. It can short-circuit things over time. Heart rhythm, liver function, insulin response, all can be subtly affected. The scary part is that this often happens even if your weight isn't extreme. People who look relatively normal can have dangerous ectopic fat deposits. It's one reason why doctors sometimes say it's not just about the scale. But again, it's not hopeless. The same strategies that calm overall inflammation, moving your body, eating anti-inflammatory foods, getting good sleep, also help reduce ectopic fat. It takes time, but your body does respond. Those VIP areas can be cleared gradually, letting your organs function better and reducing hidden stress on your heart. So the takeaway here is simple. Fat isn't just a problem when it's visible. Where it hides matters a lot, and when it sneaks into organs, it quietly makes the heart and metabolism work harder. The good news is you can still take steps to calm the fire and protect those critical areas.
Here's the part that makes everything click. Losing fat isn't just about looking better. It's the single most powerful way to calm that internal smoldering we've been talking about. When you reduce fat, especially the stubborn belly and ectopic fat, the inflammatory signals start to quiet down. Your blood sugar stabilizes, your blood pressure eases up, your cholesterol levels improve. It's like finally turning down the heat on a stove that's been simmering nonstop. And here's something important. This doesn't mean crash diets, extreme workouts, or punishing yourself. It's the small, consistent changes that make the biggest difference. A walk after meals, adding vegetables, healthy fats, and whole foods, sleeping better, managing stress. All of these little actions tell your body, hey, it's okay now. You don't need to hold on to extra fuel. You can relax. And your body listens. The embers start to fade. Losing fat doesn't just reduce the visible weight, it reduces that hidden inflammation that's been quietly affecting everything from energy to mood to heart health. It's why fat loss is called the ultimate anti-inflammatory medicine, because it addresses the root cause, not just the symptoms. Another thing to remember is patience. This isn't about instant results. Fat, especially the dangerous kind, doesn't disappear overnight. But even small reductions, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, can make your body feel noticeably lighter, your energy more stable, and your metabolism more balanced. And as your fat decreases, the other benefits compound. Your metabolism becomes more efficient, your cravings become easier to manage, your sleep improves, your body starts to repair itself quietly in the background. So think of fat loss not as a punishment, but as giving your body a chance to breathe. Every little step, choosing an apple over a sugary snack, taking the stairs, going for a short walk, helps douse the hidden fire. It's a gentle, cumulative process. The key takeaway is this: losing fat isn't just cosmetic. It's medicine. It's a way to calm inflammation, protect your heart, improve your energy, and feel more like yourself. And the best part? It's something you can start right now in ways that don't feel forced or miserable. When the embers cool, your body stops smoldering. You feel lighter, more energetic, and calmer. It's not magic. It's biology responding to care and attention. So every step you take toward reducing fat, no matter how small, is an anti-inflammatory act. And over time, those small acts add up to a healthier, more balanced, and more comfortable body.